Oh, fuck!
Here. Yes.
Comics Plus, what's going on? My name is Akasan.
And I'm JJ.
What's up, Super Crew? This is Sean. Good to see you again.
And this is it. The season finale of season 2 of The Boys. It's
The Boys!
We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna make this happen. We already talked extensively about the last episode, but I do want to make this quick. DC Sun had a theory that he was talking about previously, privately in our chat. What was your theory about Black Noir?
Black Noir, that he is what's his name? Edgar?
Yes.
No. Yeah.
Oh, you did say that last time.
Edgar's
so. That'd be dumb.
clone or Edgar's son.
If
He's
that's
related
it,
to Edgar.
But why?
Just casting wise, if you look at here, not saying that they're identical in real life, but they're very similar. So casting wise, I could see that happening. You know, if he's not a clone, maybe his son. Or some relation to him.
There's also, you said something else about the particular theme they're going for this season. That's one of the
yes. Also, this season, and specifically the last few episodes, have been about connections between a parent and their child. So you had Starlight and her mom, Billy, his family, and then also Billy and his mom and dad. And then on the other side of Billy, which is even more interesting, him and Vogelbaum talking about Homelander, so on and so forth. You had Huey talking about his dad, what's his name, Lamplighter, had the issue with his father. You had the female and Frenchie talking about their moms. At one point,
so they all have
Mother's Milk is being advised that he should basically take the advice and the clearance, go get his family, and be a good father to the family and to his wife. And did I miss anyone?
Families are weaknesses. That's why Billy's
not. Families are strengths, but they can be used as they can be used as weaknesses in the right context, especially for this story.
So I do think that's the only reason I'm somewhat buying into your theory. Like I would believe it based upon the way this season has been going, and we've mentioned it
also.
I doubt it.
What's her name? Stormfront with her daughter.
True.
And afterwards, seeing that she wanted to have a baby. Yeah,
I think that was all
she wanted to have a baby. Nah. Because
the
way
they
filmed
it,
it,
I called that way before. I was like, that's how she's going to control him.
Yeah,
but what?
Trying to control him, or it's something that she wants, but maybe she can't have, or she can't have unless it's with the super.
I thought you were saying because she likes to suck dick.
Is that what you're trying to imagine?
If that's what happens for her, sure, go ahead. But,
all right.
No, it's like you had the son also.
It's a pretty good theory. I would believe
it's
in
good.
that.
I mean, yeah, it could be, but remember, he was checking out Black Noir's actions on the webcam on his head.
Right. So he's monitoring him almost like a baby monitor or a child monitor.
And he's
sorry. I thought you meant that it was Edgar, but you think it's Edgar's kid.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Edgar. I think it was his son or a clone of Edgar. I don't think it was.
I don't know. We didn't, even
Edgar.
though it's Gus and he's a big face, and when we see him, we're like, wow. I still think he's going to be a minor character.
Okay.
And even though he's as big of a star as he is, and he didn't have that much airtime in the one episode even that he did. He showed a little bit of power over Homelander, but
so
I don't know. I hope he's a big character, but
and they're downplaying it until something bigger happens. Is how I look at it.
Could be. It could be.
I like the debates. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Senator. I'm gonna put a fly on your head in a second. Going back, it's been a week now. Your guys' thoughts on the big courtroom explosion? Have your guys' theories changed since then in terms of who's behind it? Okay, so with JJ, I think originally you were saying it was a meta, or I don't even remember what you said.
He was saying like it was a different super, not the one that's from the hospital.
Right.
Yeah, I was saying that I think it's going to be an introduction to a new super, like maybe the Fly, but now I think that what one of our viewers or one of your viewers were saying was that it's probably someone from the church because A-Train, the guy that replaced A-Train died, so it's kind of like fulfilling like their spot
trying
in
to
the
make
seven.
the space for A-Train to come back.
So I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
And he's sitting in the back of the courtroom in a suit, and in
Was
dark
he?
suit.
Yeah.
The person you're talking about, because I've actually had someone comment, the person's wearing a dark suit, and if you look at the screen on the back left-hand side,
he's there.
A-Train.
No, not A-Train.
The church guy.
The super. Yeah.
Oh,
The super that's doing all the head popping. Is
Wait,
what I
did
was,
you see his face
or
no?
that's interesting. I figured I'd see what happens on the next episode, and then once it's over, go back and watch.
You're on the suit theory.
For me, being a super, or my other default is it's from Edgar.
Yeah,
Edgar was doing it.
I think
cleaning
it's
house.
Edgar
Cleaning house and purposely having collateral damage there, so it can be chalked up as something other than what it really was.
Yeah.
Sorry, real
Covering
quick.
his bases. Yeah.
What I wanted to say was who I thought it was now was going back to the church. Yes, but I also kind of agree that it's a possibility of what DC actually said the last time, and that could be the 11 girl. But the church found her, and now they're using her. That's another possibility.
I still don't know.
There's not enough turnaround time.
Right.
Like that's what else I
if
kind of
it happened in the beginning in the season, yes, but being what, 2 episodes?
Yeah, unless they
inject not enough of a time
unless they're injecting like Fresca up her yay or something. And, okay, I'll do whatever you want, but I don't know. She doesn't look like somebody that would be controlled that easily. So
I think it's a new
if anything, she wants to get away from people.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So she doesn't trust them. Yeah.
All right. I think that's cool. And then the only other thing I was gonna say is that there's this one image from early on in the teasers a long time ago. It was the first thing when they first introduced season 2 of The Boys in terms of a trailer. It's something we have yet to see. Actually, have you guys seen some of those trailers?
I didn't want to spoil it.
I want to say maybe we watched the first one together, but I honestly don't remember.
Homelander and floating down in Crimson Mass? No? Okay.
No. Again, I didn't watch it. I didn't want any spoilers.
I'm not going to mention it. I'm not going to mention it, but because
Crimson Mass is, you mean like that the Brightburn movie, Crimson Mass style?
No. He's just bloodied up. Like
okay.
He floats.
It's a crimson mask.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay.
But like, so that's the thing. He just floats down, and he doesn't look angry. He doesn't look happy. He just looks like something happened. Like he lost.
You don't think that was from when he had the vision of murdering everybody in the crowd?
No.
This was different.
He wasn't
saying altogether.
They purposely matched it to almost mirror the end of season 1 when he flew down and he was like, "Hey, buddy, I got something to show you. You're gonna love this."
And do you think Aka could have been a fake? Like, you know how Disney put in shit in their trailers that wasn't actually
no. I purposely think something's going to happen in this episode.
That's something that's definitely going to happen.
So that's why I'm kind of bringing it up. I'm not doing it to like spoil something, but I just feel like Homelander is going to lose something at the end of this season. Like it's either gonna be Stormfront, or it's going to be his kid, or it's going to be something that I just haven't really thought of yet.
He's going to have to choose between Stormfront and his kid.
I feel like it's going to come down to something.
And Stormfront's going to fight it.
Yeah.
No, right. I think it'd be a mistake to kill Stormfront off so early. And
I don't know.
I think it'd be great to kill his kid. Like Billy kills his kid. Think of if Billy killed his fucking kid.
I'm with you. I'm like, wow.
JJ always coming out with these random. So JJ, why do you hate children again, and why do you want to kill them?
Right?
Like, what?
Because you're fucking not joking. No, just because I don't like things I could see through. Like if in this episode we watch it and it is the church, I'm a little bit disappointed. If we watch it and it is like 11, I'm a little bit disappointed. If it's something you can guess, then to me, they're not really bringing that aspect of surprise. Like if you can guess what's going to happen already, it's kind of boring in a way.
So that's why
I like kind
if
of a more realistic.
What is it
kind
realistic?
of grotesque. Like if I was Butcher and
It's
I
more
wanted to hurt
realistic to kill a
Homelander,
kid. Okay.
kill his kid. Yeah, totally. If you have your arch rival who raped your wife and you need to get back at him, but he's a superhero, so you're not going to be able to fight him. You got to do something to the kid.
No, you don't have to kill him because the kid didn't do anything.
You know, the creepiest part about all of this was not even what JJ was saying, but the fact of how many people agreed with him in the last episode. They're like, you know what? I'm with JJ. Yeah, no, the people were on JJ's side again. They were like, you know what? I'm with JJ. If I had powers, I would rape women all day. And I was like,
You're a dick.
You know,
that's not what they said. That's not what
absolute
I said.
power creates absolute power. And I would go kill all those. Okay.
Wow.
Being realistic. Akasan and DC-san can stand there and think they would do the right thing, but evil will always win. I was like, oh, Jesus.
It's not evil.
Yeah.
Humans are naturally evil. They just are.
Naturally evil.
Naturally.
No, I mean, I think humans are naturally selfish.
You choose which path you want to take. Being good.
Until they dangle that carrot in front of your face. It's easy to say that you're pure in that until something happens.
I'm comfortable with not going down that dark path.
I'm not saying I'm going to go and fucking shoot everyone, but I'm just saying, you know.
You did somewhat suggest being invisible and raping, so.
I didn't say that.
There's that.
You guys are putting words in my mouth. I didn't say, yeah, if I was invisible, I'm going to go rape a bunch of girls.
Oh, okay.
Well,
and so
you did say invisible and do some things you know you shouldn't do, is what you said.
We are gonna start the show, though, but there was
you guys are just running me through the dirt.
No, well, better than getting raped.
No, running you through the mud.
There you go. There
Dirt's
you go.
too dry.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, all this talk about raping and the things made me think about something. What you guys don't know here in Japan is episode 7 of The Boys actually was taken down, and it's
okay. So it was taken down.
Yeah, it was totally taken down. Because the godfather of J-vlogging, my godfather, hit me up and he was asking me about The Boys, and I was like, yeah, it's up. He's like, no, dude, it's down now. Like, it's not available. I'm like, dude, I just watched it the day before, and I come to find out Amazon Japan was so pissed, obviously, because for what you guys don't realize is in Japan, we just had a 20-minute discussion about hentai, which we'll put somewhere on the channel later. But Japan has a really, really strict law about genitalia, and it didn't even occur to me at all.
Because it wasn't
and everything.
Out.
Floppy dicks. Yeah, it was when the Martian Manhunter. Yeah, the Martian Manhunter guy showed up. He had the red scarf. You don't know unless you read the comic. You know who he is. But I
he was in a room full of guys.
Yeah,
and but I didn't think.
Yeah.
Maybe my video was low quality, but I didn't see any.
No, it's just that we're so used to it. I think I don't know what it is. We didn't
used to dicks.
Just used to that absurdness of
dick shooting.
Have you not seen Atlanta, like the Candyman, like Laffy Taffy? There's a whole scene where they're just shaking dicks and everything, and you're just like, okay, whatever. Anyways, I don't know dicks, but dick. So the point is, Amazon Japan took it down, and I think they re-upped it now, but it's all blurred out.
But they blurred it out.
Is that confirmed? That's why they did it? Because I heard that it was because it showed clips from a Japanese terrorist attack.
Yeah.
See, I don't even remember that scene. No, that can't be.
It was on the TV screen in the background during one of the scenes.
Oh, okay.
Because what my friend told me
was
I remember the Hiroshima clips, but what my friend told me was there was also clips from a terrorist attack that was in Japan, and I'm not sure which one. It could have been the gas one, but they showed like news clips from that.
From Ohm.
Nah,
so that's like not in Japan.
It has to be like the only immediate thing has to be the floppy dicks everywhere. Like
because usually they take that out.
Yeah.
For women, they'll show the top,
Yeah.
but they don't show
Right.
the same area. And for guys, they usually
Pixel.
pixelate it.
Yeah, it's the weirdest censorship law in Japan that I'm so surprised it's still around, but it is.
Yeah,
what
because I mean, there's so many other things that they do, and I'm like, how does this make it past?
It's
that
so weird.
doesn't. Oh, because
like,
it's a Band-Aid put across it. I'm like,
yeah, it's weird.
But
They'll
it's the
censor all
same.
that out, but they keep the booty hole in. So that's what it's so weird.
Even on dogs.
Like,
And they do. Like if you see a little cartoon dog, it shows it. Come on, Dante. Come on, DC son. You've been in Japan long enough. You know. You've seen it.
From what we were talking about, dogs. The last thing that came to my mind
was dogs.
We were talking about male genitalia, female genitalia, and then you came up with dogs.
No,
you know what you reminded me of?
Booty hole, and I was like, it shows the dog's booty. I keep
If you want to hear more about dogs' booty holes and anuses, make sure you check out Manzai Banzai for more information on that. Lots of JJ's got a huge channel of dogs.
The best of Japanese culture.
There you go.
He's got a huge following.
Make sure you go to Manzai Banzai right now and just don't even look at the video. Just comment booty hole, doggy booty hole. Just say, I came here for doggy booty holes. I was promised more dog anuses. Where are they? That's what you do.
Akka, why do you hate me today?
From invisibility powers to raping to killing kids to doggy booty holes. What's
Full
next?
reaction is available on Patreon, minus the dog booty holes and the Gmails.
I'm just gonna like put booty holes.
I'm gonna miss these chats. I'm gonna miss these chats.
This is just so unique.
This is the greatest Friday ever. Your latest reaction and final reaction to the season finale for The Boys season 2 starts now. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm Sheriff
like Columbine. What?
This looks way too real, man.
Because it is. That's the thing. Yeah.
It's so laughable though.
Was suggesting give a gun to every teacher.
Bypassing the FDA and Compound V for use by law enforcement.
Wow.
He gives no shits.
Oh no, he does, but it's just nothing he can do.
And he's like, "This is our new reality."
That's politics. Yeah. Who else is thinking that heads are gonna still explode now?
Or A train's gonna run by or run through her.
Yeah.
We can't just kill everyone.
Oh, he has a bazooka.
That was good timing. That was good timing.
Yeah.
Unresponsive.
Oh shit.
I don't think there's brain damage, but apparently it's hard to tell.
Is Edgar?
Yep.
Oh.
Maybe. I mean, he is pretty smart, especially for his kind.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh.
He's even more of a twink than in the photo. And sooner or later, they're gonna hurt someone you love.
Am I talking to you? Look, this is a war now, and we fucked up.
Wow.
The shit though that she must have seen, like even besides the airplane.
Yep.
And get the fuck out of here.
Broken.
Yo. But you know what? She's saying some real shit, man. Like you legit could clip that and use that for almost every election. Queen Maeve is America right now. Oh fuck! Oh my god!
Yeah, I don't think I'll kill a kid on.
There you go.
What's his name?
William Butcher.
Say what? Oh my god! Like Planet Hollywood.
Oh god, yeah. Planet Bot.
This is gonna be bad. Actually, it's a really good plan for Billy to. Oh, because so many people. Yeah, this is like this is way too much. This is over.
He's going to snap.
Yeah.
The other thing to keep in mind is like, you know, he's not really public knowledge. Like, how are they going to handle that shit?
Oh, good point, right? They were hiding the kid.
Homelander's going to have to explain that shit sooner or later. Like, who's this fucking kid you're carrying around all the time?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's my kid. Where'd he come from? We grew him in an egg.
Let's not forget that was like Billy's first leverage at that time. So that was the first and one-time deal that Max. Oh my God, Gus. Nah,
Edgar.
Hate him. Yeah.
Some shit birds.
Oh, fuck. It seems like a PG-13 movie, like Home Alone or something. What's up, Dad?
Fuck that Nazi bitch.
This is probably going to be the most important part of the entire episode.
Maybe you should take a look in the mirror, mate. Because that bitch should bother you.
I can't lash out like some raging entitled maniac. That's a white man's luxury.
Ooh, got him right back.
Very true. You tell him, fucking Edgar.
I will get Rebecca and Ryan somewhere safe.
No. Not Becca.
Oh,
Becca
fuck.
stays with me.
But that's the...
Because as you know,
Billy.
a mother will do anything to protect her son.
And you call me a ruthless
Mm.
Yep. Fuck. Now Billy's a bad guy.
All right, JJ.
I was all Team Billy
You thought
before,
he
but
was
now
the
this
hero?
is kind of...
Yeah, told you.
That's a little bit too much selfish.
Wow.
There's that side-by-side shot, father and son. That's trippy, too. Good directing.
Yes.
I'm more surprised this house has sprinklers.
More scared of me, so they kept their distance.
This is weird seeing him be a almost good father.
I like it, though.
No, I think it's good because it shows contrast between him and Billy.
Yeah.
Him being who he is and going the opposite direction, do the right thing, where Billy is sets out to do the right thing and chooses the opposite.
Oh.
Oh, and then look at that.
Look, I'm telling you guys, this isn't what Stormfront wanted.
Yeah, no, she didn't want him. Billy's
Nah,
gonna kill the
She
kid.
didn't want it like
Or
that.
Stormfront is.
She has a completely different way.
Lick my big black ball.
No.
See, now this is what I thought would be like episode 2 of The Boys. Like, okay, we killed the invisible guy, now let's kill the rest of them. But you know what would be interesting? If it's exactly like Trump right now.
I was just about to say, yeah, exactly.
Stormfront's racist, and then everyone's like, yeah, go Stormfront.
Okay, well, there's both sides to this argument. I'll be so depressed if it goes down exactly like that.
Oh, it would be so correct, though. Like, fuck.
Yeah, right?
So good.
That you will save him no matter what, and you will get him back to me.
Yeah. She knows.
You'll know what to do.
I like how their relationship developed. I hope they don't die, though.
And is she she's Japanese, right? The actress?
Yes, Fukuhara, yes.
You know what was weird? On Amazon in Japan, there was a lot of comments of her being not Japanese. They were like, why won't they get a Japanese person to play the Japanese character? She's Korean.
She's not because she's not the typical Japanese that Japanese people look for.
When I say hate, I have to put a quarter in the swear jar.
What the fuck?
It's not something we can afford.
Oh boy.
We're under attack.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Bad guys want to hurt us just because of what we look like.
Oh boy.
They want to wipe us from this earth.
Come on, Homelander. You know this ain't right, dude. You know this isn't right, Homelander. Come on, man.
Really? You talking about Mr. Aryan race?
It's called white genocide.
Yeah, oh my God.
Nazis are bad.
Wouldn't it be really easy for? Oh, awesome!
Wow.
Wouldn't that be easy to be like, oh, they're fucking photoshopped, or oh, fake news?
Wow. Is he drinking
Check
milk?
this.
Whoa!
Shit. Fuck, that doesn't sound nice with earphones.
And that you'd never fucking see him again.
Told ya. Billy would come clean. Told ya. Faith in Billy.
Oh, okay. The consent vault.
Did I hear you say butcher?
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Now Homelander knows that. Oh my God! This is terrible. He's like nobody.
Oh fuck! You're all dead.
Where's my son?
Ooh fuck! Yeah, but this is also the shot that movies do when.
Yeah, but
when the car explodes.
This was needed because I think this is it for them.
When he sacrifices his life, like he knows he's going to die. That look, but oh fuck!
Like I said, holy shit!
Shit!
Holy
no.
shit!
They just don't like the word Nazi.
Oh shit! I'm telling you, Homelander's gonna be intervening here.
What?
Smiling? Laughing?
She says the truth is, she's gonna stick her boot up your Nazi kitty.
Close enough.
Yikes.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, I have a feeling Stormfront's not gonna let us, maybe,
shit.
but fucking normies.
Oh no.
Oh damn!
Shit.
There goes your plan A.
Oh nice. Oh shit.
Yeah.
No.
Get
Keep
some,
going, keep going.
baby! Go! Yes, but she's immortal, so that's okay. Oh!
Snap to it.
Put her hand right through her.
But
Hey!
Nice!
Iron Man win? Yeah! Fuck yeah!
Nice!
Black Sabbath fight.
Oh
3
shit, this is like all out cat fight. Oh my
Damn.
god. Holy shit.
They're like, girl fight!
Just like the comics. Holy shit, they're gonna fucking kill her. There you go.
Fucking curb
Girls
stomping
get
the
it
shit
done.
out of her.
Aw, pussy. Damn it.
3-on-1 is a pussy?
Damn it.
No, but I'm like, take that ass with him, girl.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Why
really
didn't
thought it
someone
was
just
gonna
snap her
end.
neck?
I really
I
thought
want
it
her to
was
die too, but I
like
don't want her to die yet. I
Dude,
think she has
that
a
was
couple.
almost exactly how male Stormfront. Oh my god! Look.
Okay, this is where he's all bloody.
This answers my question.
Oh, he is fucking gonna snap.
Yep.
We love you, Ryan.
What the fuck? Holy
Oh,
shit!
nice!
Just like the
He had
comic.
an eye for detail.
Oh my god!
Cool.
What the fuck?
Bullet stone effective, dude. Ryan, use your damn power, dude.
Oh! What the fuck? Come
Put
on,
it through
Ryan.
her eye, dude.
Ryan, let's go. Ooh! Let's go.
That hand's gone. Or he accidentally killed his mom. Which one?
Yo, if he fucking fried her ass like completely. Oh shit. Toasty.
Then it's kind of coinciding with the comic book. Just he's
Oh
the only
my
one that has-
God.
Oh damn!
Damn. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
He's got to take care of him now.
Barry, time to go back in time. Billy, make the right choice. Billy. Oh
That's
no.
not going down his nose.
Stop.
Who?
What
Maeve.
are you doing here?
Or I release this.
At this point, I don't think Homelander even gives a shit.
Never loves you again.
Oh. See, what did I say earlier? He actually likes that. Wow.
Most loyal friends that I could ever have.
Eat that shit.
So they took him? Fuck yes, they did. Oh shit. Peace out, bitch.
Oh my god.
I signed over my bank account to you. I filled out all those fucking children's workbooks. I married some weirdo who gives terrible blowjobs. I did everything you asked, and then I found out that we're all just fuck Fresca.
That little tooth.
What was that?
Fuck Fresca.
If you jump ship and you let the assholes steer, then you're part of the problem.
Hey, that's real talk right there. That's cute though.
I'm scared.
Looks like Logan.
Looks like All-Star Superman.
Raise your hand if you think Homeland is about to do something at the end of this episode. Like, I totally think.
Like he's gonna visit Stormfront.
Like, he's like, you think you could get away with that?
Remember what I told you.
Don't be a cunt.
What's kind of cool is this is also kind of Mallory's way as well as redemption for the past. At least some kid will be saved.
As I was saying, him sitting down with the kid also parodied that side-by-side shot with Homelander. God.
I'm telling you,
Like,
no,
what
we
the
can't.
fuck?
There's no way this is ending on a fucking happy note. There's
No,
got to
of
be
course not.
something happen. Homelander's planning something.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Stormfront. Oh,
Oh, it,
I won.
Is he jacking off?
hope not. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't.
What the fuck is his shot?
We had an office of soup affairs.
All I know is you're in Sal took Stormfront down, so thank you.
oh
Awkward.
shit!
Oh, fuck! Got me again. Who is it?
Who is it? What?
It was her.
She's still alive?
Huh.
No, wait.
She's
it's
the one that did it.
Woman. Ah.
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
Smart.
I kind of don't get it.
Time. No, the entire time she was the soup. She was a soup. She was playing everybody. Holy shit.
Smart.
Hugh Campbell. I don't know how to repay you for what you did.
That's crazy.
What in the fuck? So ACV is basically a soup. Okay.
Yeah.
Victoria Newman.
Wow.
We're gonna actually have to remember her name now. Okay.
Yeah.
Only the good die young.
Good die young.
Wow.
Yeah, it tied up a lot of knots there, right?
So there you have it, folks. That is the season 2 finale of The Boys. We can do whatever the fuck we want. Let that be your final image of Homelander jacking off. Instead of howling at the moon, he's whacking at the moon. Oh my god. How do we want to do this? I guess in this particular case, let's try to get it done in 30 minutes because it's 1 a.m. right now.
Holy shit.
Your impression of the way this all wrapped up. What are you guys feeling across the board? DC son?
I'm happy with the way it ended because they tried to, it feels like they were trying to clean up loose ends in storyline for each individual character or groups of characters. For 2 reasons. One, for story, and also not knowing how things are going to go from here because of COVID. So it's like at least there's a somewhat clean ending to give people something to kind of talk about over the next year. Or, okay, there's nothing coming because of COVID. Things are shut down. So it still gives the show a nice, decent ending with the possibility for the future if that's what could happen. So
that's interesting. I never even thought about that. It's the fact that,
really smart.
But I think they wrapped it previously before even the COVID thing was a big situation. I think they actually wrapped because I remember they were filming season 2 even when season 1 was going on, if I remember correctly. So because
even if they didn't, I think it was
good timing.
It was a good, satisfying ending, and things went well with the
thinking of that in COVID. I agree then in a way.
Yeah.
But
well, it has been approved for a season 3 and a spin-off show, but we just never know how. But the DC Sun makes a very good point in the fact that they can sit on this for like 2 years, 3 years, so to speak,
and be just perfectly fine.
It's an end, like it's no cliffhanger. So
exactly.
You're right, DC Sun, in that point, because we know with Batman and Golden, I was gonna say Bond. With the delays, that kind of sucks.
Yeah,
but
and those productions are actually finished. Well, Batman, no, but James Bond, yeah.
Oh shit, my things are dying again. But
go ahead.
Was there anything else?
No, go ahead, JJ.
And people might not
you
like
seem
it.
Disappointed, yeah. You seem a
little bit. Like I said, what I wanted was what I got. What I expected. Like what I thought they were gonna do, what I thought they were gonna do, but I didn't want them to do. They did.
Okay.
As in,
it was kind of that
Becca
tied it together. It felt a bit rushed. A lot of the things, again, maybe like Dante said, like because of COVID. But then I don't know. But I think Stormfront could have went in the next season. I thought when they gang beated her, that would have been a better death for her than what happened there. Although I do like the gruesomeness of missing arms and legs, but I don't know. I didn't
she
like
survived,
that.
Dude.
She did, dead. Right? Maybe he brought her rotting.
She's locked up.
Well, I thought that could have been a cover up when they said that. Like she's locked up.
Because she's been around for like almost 100 years. Nah, she's beaten up. She lost an eye. She's all charred. But
maybe she is.
She's still alive.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, but I
No,
also
I'm kind of on the JJ side about this. Is like that sounds more like a cover up, and she was gone. I think she was like done,
like she was
that.
fucking dead.
Yeah,
Speaking German,
like, they legit. I mean, technically, as much as they were playing on the Star Wars homage, yeah, she literally can be rebuilt as fucking Storm Vader or some bullshit like that. Like she legit came in with the Force lightning and everything, but no, like
I think she's dead.
Yeah, and you know, especially for Ryan's particular story arc, I don't. I think that's somewhat of a discredit if they bring her back as Storm Vader or whatever. Because okay, so now her mom died for nothing like that.
I don't.
So,
But I don't think
going on. What I was saying was, I think that was one of the things I didn't like. But the other thing was, they had this built up of fight. They had all the ammo. They were going to war, and then it just seemed like it was over really quick. And I would have actually preferred a cliffhanger. I would have preferred a cliffhanger than, and I hate cliffhangers as much as everyone else, but
we kind of got
saying you're gonna get more. You're gonna get more. Right now, like you said, it could be COVID. We might not get any more. And actually, when you said that, I was like, "Fuck," you know, you're right. But I want more boys. And,
so what kind of cliffhanger would you have been looking for though?
Well, I thought since the way the boys was doing and everything was like a big shock, even with the girl finding out she was the one that was blowing up the heads, that was a big shock. And it was what I said, right? It was a soup that we didn't know was already there. I called it.
Right.
But I wanted it to be a little more like blow up in my face. I wanted like Homelander to have his connection with his boy, then Butcher kill the boy, or Stormfront kill the boy.
Why do you want this kid dead so much, dude?
Because I don't want to fucking
he doesn't like kids.
Disney show. Like, it's the boys. I think that if the kid died, Homelander would go fucking batshit insane, which even more so than what he is now. And Billy's wife or Billy would have just been escalated in emotions as well. It's just character building. It would be the ultimate character building if that kid died. In my point of view. I
definitely want to rebuttal some of what you said, but Akasan, how about you?
Yeah.
I guess for me, I like the ending and I like the way it's kind of like every basic arc. My biggest concern is when I found out that this season was only going to be 8 episodes. My biggest worry was the fact that we weren't going to be able to wrap up everything in time. But I felt like this episode, it basically wrapped up everything we wanted to know, and I think they executed it really well. And I personally felt like they didn't pull some shit out of their fucking ass like at the last minute to be like, oh well, this person has these kind of powers or whatever. Like, yes, the ACV thing, I'm just calling her ACV, but the senator girl, she that was a little weird, but I also like the fact because she was kind of this senator. She was a character that we really didn't pay attention to so much, and I just thought that they were just kind of like essentially parroting ACV the entire time, but I believe that's her name, but the acronym for her name. But I kind of like the fact that she was around the whole time, and then the fact that they connected her to the church made it even more interesting, because I'm like, okay, so that's how the church was all interconnected here. And I was a little disappointed at the end because it was going to be like, okay, so basically the church is a goddamn lobbyist. That's way too realistic. But the fact that she killed him at the end, cool. All right, I'm down with that. Now what are they going to do? And then now what are they going to push more and more? And the fact that now she's behind the governed backed boys, essentially, the governed backed task force, that makes it even more interesting. And then on top of that, I get what JJ is saying about the whole idea is like, you want to see ruthless Homelander. You want to see Homelander out of control. But to me personally, that just means story's done. That's it. The story basically ends at that point. Is like, okay, once Homelander gets out of control, basically they got to figure out a way to take down Homelander. And I think this particular the ways this story works versus the way it does in the comics is the moment Homelander gets out of control in the comics, the fucking story is over. It's done.
Yeah.
As those that have read the comics know, it's exactly what happens. And all the counterattacks in this TV show have already been put into action and are been neutralized now without spoiling anything. Now, what makes this show so different is the fact that Homelander has a weakness in the TV version, and Homelander's biggest weakness is he wants to be the hero. He wants the fame.
And he wants to be loved.
He wants to be loved. And I really like the fact that they actually made that a weakness. JJ brought it up a few times, and so did DC Sun, about family being a weakness. Well, you know, I think
it's not.
But I think in some sense that's what they were pushing forefront this season. However, what we didn't really realize so much is that, you know what, the weakness for Homelander was just the fame, being loved. It was kind of enveloped within the context of family and having mother's love or whatever. But for Homelander, it was always about being loved by someone, by something. So we really saw that forefront via Stormfront this episode. So I applaud them for the way they put that out there. So it completely made sense. So
so real quick, both of you are fulfilled with the ending then?
Well, I'm good with it. Knowing that there's
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, knowing either
even that, I'm good. To me, that's not.
Well, I was going to let him actually answer your question. That's why I said go ahead.
Well, so but to answer JJ's question, I was like I know what you're trying to say, but at the same time, I get it, because I get it. The season, and I knew with season 1, the way season 1 ended, it was me and Terry was up here screaming like when Mrs. Butcher came out and she was fucking alive, and you're just like, yo, where the fuck have you been? Where the fuck? You know, you're just so shocked, right? It was like it was a lovely ending, but I understood in season 2, and I think we all knew this. It wasn't going to happen that way. Like, they couldn't have that kind of shock ending in season 2, because as season 2 sort of continued on, we all felt that they were growing. This was the season about the arc of like everybody's going to kind of get a story now, and now it's not just about
learning
Billy.
Something new and moving forward.
It's not just about Billy. It's not just about Homelander. Everybody's growing, and we weren't really going to have that like one thing that we're going to remember to hold on to for next year, because they've already announced season 3. They've already announced a spin-off show. So I was kind of mentally getting prepared for that sort of deal. Like, okay, they're just going to lead into something that it's not going to be that huge shock anymore. To me personally, the fact that they killed off Mrs. Butcher, I'm pretty sad about that. So, but I also get that's kind of where this story is dictating. We can't have a 3rd season dealing with this Billy versus Homelander bullshit again. Like, it's done.
No.
I'm
beating
excited.
A dead horse.
Is it
right?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's done. It's over. Like that particular point. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. I'm kind of curious what new stories, what new angles are we going to get now?
Yeah,
the only thing I don't want to see. I don't want to see 4 episodes of them rebuilding the boys again, you know, the team again. So,
if anything, he has some default characters that he's hired or been given to take the place of the original members, because the original members are enjoying their new lives. Something happens, they don't, hold up like his main group did, and they come back to help him solve a problem or whatever. I'm completely fine with that. I'm happy that the characters got their little piece of happiness considering everything that they've been through up to this point. So even if it's short-lived, having mother's milk, actually being able to go to his family, spend time with his family, and fulfill the promises that he's given or tried to give, completely fine with that. Billy trying to decide on what to do now because he has a son, so to speak, to either mentor or to be responsible enough to have his wife's son given to someone that is a responsible adult that's not connected to the things that they were. If they're connected to it, it's on the side of good, or at least as far as he knows, on the side of good, because that can also go in a different direction. Ryan is over with Mallory, who's to say that Mallory is like, hey, look, why don't we train him, since we don't really have any supers on our side? Train him with our ideals and how we think things should be. So when he gets older, can actually take the place of Homelander, if not go up against him, if that's what it comes down to. There is that train of thought that we, unfortunately, the way most TV shows go, that is something that happens. You have
remember,
Homelander.
Edgar still wants him too.
Yeah, Edgar still wants him, but that doesn't mean he's going to get him. Killing off Ryan, I don't think would have done anything for the story other than make it even more uninteresting, because killing off his kid is like, what purpose does it serve? Homelander, he's not going to go crazy about it because he didn't know about his son for a while, and then when he did, it's like, I just want to connect with him. So having Stormfront, basically her personality killed off, because I think she might actually be brought back, but she's going to be very different. And for a couple reasons. One, she's a fan favorite.
Yo, I'm dropping this show if she comes back as like fucking Storm Vader or some.
I know, right?
The
only thing I can think is if she regenerates.
And she's only speaking in fucking German and shit. Like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Right?
If she's still around,
not either.
Well, think about it this way: she is the original person that the compound was given to, right? And potentially what it was taken from. Vogelbaum is now dead. They need someone with that knowledge to kind of compensate for what's no longer there. Why not keep the closest to what you originally had as a backup, just in case something goes wrong? Doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah, I don't see it coming back.
They don't have to.
Rise of Skywalker type bullshit
and all that kind of stuff.
She's
but they just use her as basically samples.
All right, Aka.
Bro, if she comes out, if Homelander, like the first episode of fucking season 3, Homelander goes down to this deep level of the whatever building that is, the 7 building, and she's fucking in a Baka tank, and he's like, "Hey, honey," and he's like kissing this fucking the window and shit. Oh my god!
But you know what? That wouldn't be out of character.
No,
look how, because that would show him still grasping at what is unobtainable, which is.
Do you feel what I said? And that is that Stormfront needed a little bit more time. You're talking about her return, her importance.
No, you're missing why I say about her return. One, of course, yeah, she's a fan favorite. They don't need to bring her back, but her being back, I see her purpose not as a character, but literally as a source.
Yeah. No, I get that.
That's it. She doesn't even have to be, breathing.
If she's dead now, there's nothing of that, right? Do you think that would be a waste?
They could still take samples, but it'd be kind of a waste because,
right?
What else do you do? So her being there, she doesn't have to be an accessible character. She can literally be just like he said, sitting there floating in the tank, doesn't say anything, or she's just looking, and they're just pulling samples. That's fine. I don't care.
There's a lot of story that they could have still done. That's what my point was.
But I don't think it's necessary. She doesn't need to be there for story anymore.
Okay, so I want to stay on this particular situation of Stormfront, but there's something I do want to ask that is very interesting about this thing, because as we know that the boys have reflected a lot about real life politics and a lot of real life things going on, and one thing that I have actually noticed is that some people, like, we all saw the with that rally that Stormfront and Homelander were giving a
Homelander.
few episodes back, and we all were like, dude, this feels like a fucking Trump rally. However, there are people that on the other side, you know, the both sides, that have said, well, why don't you say anything about Black Lives Matter and blah, blah, blah. And it's interesting as this election has continued to, you know, be part of our life on a daily basis. It is interesting when I start seeing how there are people that do believe that sort of thing. Stormfront, and you know, while we were watching Stormfront being exposed, it was interesting because, you know, we all agreed that if this goes down, realistically, her being exposed as a Nazi, unfortunately in this day and age, doesn't actually seem that bad anymore. It's not like that.
It does depend on the country you're in. Depends on it does depend on the country you're in, because the country that her love is for, being Germany, they don't put up with that anymore. There are videos that are out.
No, there's and no offense to any German watchers, but there's neo-Nazis still in Germany. Like there's a huge Nazi fascist.
There are people with different beliefs everywhere, you know, and more power to them if that's what they believe in. But there are people who have gone out to try and protest against something or say, yeah, I'm with the Nazis, I'm with this. And then
they get shut down immediately. Yeah.
Normal citizens come up and shut them down. It's like, get that crap out of here. You are scum. Now, their methods may not be great, but they're really quick to say no.
So my question
on our side, it doesn't happen the same way. And in the opposite direction, innocent people, no matter what side you want to take, end up getting hurt. And they're there to support a view. And so it's a little different. It's extreme. So
my context within this show, though, my question within this show is the fact that with Stormfront being outed, you know, she did say something that I thought was actually of value, is the fact that, was, you know, look, people believe the same thing I believe. They just don't like the word Nazi like that. And
they just have a smarter way of putting it.
Right. Aya Cash did the actress did an amazing job of portraying the Stormfront character, very different than the comic version, because the comic version was written as as you would expect, just straight up racist, and was
and very, very dated.
Yeah. But I guess the question is the fact that, do you feel like they covered Stormfront as realistic as possible in today's age, day and age? Like her exposure, to me, I felt, as happy as I was, it did kind of seem like a perfect exposure, a perfect ending. Like the entire public was turning. The entire public was kind of turning against her, and they never really explored the side of the people that would be like, oh shit, yeah, we're down with that, you know? Like,
and to add on what you said, one thing I thought they did really good with Stormfront's character was her social media, right? She was using the Instagram, everything. She's like, hey everyone, and she's telling, like, teaching Homelander, right? Like, I own these people, right?
Right.
And then it was like, then she even said it like, you deep faked me and shit. Like, she knew exactly how to just turn that around.
Right.
But it seemed all of a sudden it's like, oh, you got me and I'm pissed off, so I'm gonna run head first into this war. Like, fuck, you're 100 years old. You knew everything.
I also I agree on that. Yeah.
She would have been like, that's fake news. That was deep faked. They had Photoshop on that. That's all that. And then she would word it like stood up. She would gather them.
But notice she didn't take to social media to discredit what happened. She went to the sources that let it out to basically kill them. So it's not so much a matter of being just angry. It does.
I don't like Stormfront.
I also agree. No, I agree with JJ on that particular point, is because she was so calculating that entire time. She didn't calculate for the time that somebody would leak photos like that sooner than later. She literally had that shit in a box.
It was a deep fake, and she faked news. That's all it would take. And everyone would be like, oh yeah, they deep faked it. And then you had 50-50
both
right
of
away.
you are forgetting is that she's been around so long. Just think of someone who's ruling a kingdom. They feel safe in their castle. They have their army. Nothing can dethrone them or disrespect them, take their power, nothing. And then there's something that comes out of left field, and it throws them a surprise, and then they react differently from how they usually would. In her case, I look at it as not anger.
That would come.
I look at it as it's not anger, it's disrespect. For her,
no. She was mad because like she was caught.
Of course,
off
there's anger behind it, but her main thing was feeling disrespected by someone lower than her. So at that point, going out there to fight them, yeah, she wants to kill them, she wants to hurt them, but it's also a matter of feeling disrespected by someone lesser than her.
Okay,
but think of it this way: she's a diabolical genius. She could have turned all those people on social media to do it for her. They're her army.
Or she could have just reacted like a normal human and been rash, something she didn't calculate for because she calculated everything else. Being around for so long.
Wait,
real quick.
I still don't think that makes sense.
Would act like a regular human and go and do something crazy with her powers?
No. See,
what has she been doing the whole show?
But here's my thing.
Why wouldn't she go?
But here's my thing. As calculating and as calculating as Stormfront was this entire season, her real photos being leaked like that should not have affected her as much as they did. She looked at her phone and she was like fucking freaked out, and then I was like, wait a second.
But
she literally
has this. When you're in a relationship, what usually happens when people are in a relationship, they usually pick up traits of their partner indirectly, whether they want to or not. So Homelander, he's with her, he's learning more about himself, but also evolving in a different way.
I know what you're saying, but no, I don't think so.
Him, and she's become careless because she's been taking care of him instead of taking care of herself.
100 years. She's a Nazi. She's a strategist.
Look at what happened to her 4 episodes ago. She got careless. They showed her being careless. She went to have a meeting with Edgar, and he found out she was lying. She'd been careful up until that point, and she slipped up once. From that point on, the thing slowly changed. The thing slowly changed. She started changing. She started making mistakes. So it's surprising, but then
I don't know about it. I still don't know about that.
It's too big of a mistake, right?
Yeah,
like if Aka leaked.
It's not really a big leap. Why wouldn't she go and beat the crap out of?
Would you? If I leak something bad about you, would you?
If you leak something bad about me and I was able to come up to you, yeah, I'm gonna hit you.
Liar, would you come and
point? No, but no. But see, this isn't the point. The point I'm making is the fact that she literally had a whole team. This is what she does, and that's my This is what
I'm not disagreeing with you guys. That's what you're missing. I agree with that, but I also understand why they made her character do this, because she became a careless person because she wasn't thinking about herself. She was looking at other people.
I mean, putting it to real aspects, this is literally like Donald Trump getting the fucking coronavirus and then playing it off. Like he doesn't freak out. He doesn't and he's not a smart person, but you don't see him getting emotional about it. Like literally people.
But you know what?
You know,
he is smart about it because look at how he's taking it and turning it around in a different direction.
And that's my point. That's my point. Why didn't Stormfront do the same thing?
She would have been like, rally the troops. It's live.
Because on his side, he has people helping him do that. On her side,
so does she. No, she already was bragging about she has an army and she has masters to.
When did that happen?
She took all
episodes
of the 7
ago.
Fans. Like she had everyone.
She hasn't been doing anything calculating like that since she messed up and lied to him. She's been seriously go back and watch from the episode where she got caught in a lie with Homelander. Her personality has been.
So you're
more
basically
of,
saying,
let me take care of you.
So all it took was Homelander's dick.
I think that was all planned, like I said before. Right. I think she planned all of that. I think she, like, this is my idea. That was my idea, that she had all those photos ready to be leaked. So then when they were leaked, then she's like, now I have these people I can lie and say it's fake. And then I have all the Nazis that I can say
it was
no, I don't think it was a matter of her preparing it to leak, because look where it came from. Notice she said she had a problem with the church. That's why she left.
Well, not ready to be leaked, but like she was ready for it. That's what my idea. I thought Stormfront was going to be cold, merciless. She had her army. She's like, and then if I have the bad shit happen, then I have the bad people on my side. Then I can lie that it was
I look
deepfake
at
and
it
have
as
them.
she became too complacent and too comfortable with her power, like anyone else with power.
Because
All right, I'm
like
They
Trump,
think they
right?
can't be hurt.
All right, I'm
I hate
switching it
Trump,
up.
but Trump has the
Thank you very
racists on
much,
his
Senator.
side, and
Thank you
he
very much,
has.
Senator. No, I'm just kidding.
Your time is
Thank
up.
you very
Senator.
much. Your time is up, Senator. Going back, this is still on Stormfront, but something I wanted to ask you guys, it was I think something that wasn't really necessarily clear cut, but people like Homelander. Whether you agree with them or not, he is very popular and people do like him. And I see a lot of black people dressing up like Homelander, cosplaying as him, which I thought was interesting and kind of clever. They kind of avoided it directly, but I thought they were going to get into it because they teased it just a bit when Stormfront was explaining to Ryan, Homelander's kid, about white genocide and all that other stuff. You saw some looks that Homelander was giving, but he never.
You mean when Stormfront was explaining white genocide to Ryan?
Yes.
Yeah.
And because you said Homelander. When Stormfront was explaining white genocide to him, Homelander's reaction to what she was saying.
Right. The reaction, the looks that he was giving, and you never necessarily saw him. This is so realistic, but you never really saw him denounce this situation, but you never saw him directly go against it either. And it's an interesting point there. Do you think Starlander? Do you think Homelander? Yeah. Do you think Homelander is a racist or not?
I think he was.
Okay.
I think he was. She was mauling him over the Aryan race. I don't think he was originally. I don't think he was, but once he got with Stormfront, I think her manipulation was kind of making him like think, yeah, I am better. And that's why I thought there's so much more that they could have made those two characters evil.
However, that's a key point. That's a key point, though, that JJ was saying. JJ said that I am better, not we are better. I think that's the difference between being racist and being megalomaniac.
Yeah,
but
I
still think that he was turning racist.
Everyone.
I don't look at it as he's being racist. I look at him as being
you guys are always
basically looking at people in levels.
He's not a villain. He didn't rape her.
No, well, he's looking at people
go on.
in levels. So for him, he is apex. He's the top. Everything else comes under him. So it's a matter of, what can you do for me to make me happy, as opposed to, oh, you're black? Yeah, no, because he's never had that kind of issue with anyone else, including A-Train, on the team. But when it comes time to going outside America, there are some countries where he's like, this place is dirty, or these people are dirty. They don't they don't live up to our social standards. So he's very, very patriotic.
Actually, I want to go back. Yeah. While you guys are going, I do want to remember that was that one thing because Stormfront was just straight out with it after a while. She was just like, yeah, Edgar's pretty smart for his kind. Just right. But again, Homelander never denounced any of that. He was like, what the fuck? No, that's wrong, Stormfront.
No,
but
she had him around her finger.
That's what I'm really wondering. So I want to go back to that one. While you guys are talking about it, I want to see what he said, because did he say rocks are brown people? He's like,
that one?
What about the brown people? What about the rock people?
Talking about that scene, something I liked is that Edgar knows, and he's playing the long game and smart about it.
Yeah.
Another reason why
that was a great quote, by the way. He said, he was like, look, getting angry and stomping out, that is a white man's privilege.
And
look at it. It makes a lot of sense, because look at things that's going on at home now. It's not like just anybody can go out and do that, have a confrontation, they're okay. No, it depends on where you're at. And unfortunately, in many cases, maybe not all, but many, the color of your skin, because people get away with things they shouldn't in general. and it ends up being one of those where it's like it ends up unfortunately being related to race, or if you are on the side of the police or not the side of the police, and it's hard.
And I have a thing about that. Same with like Aka said about like the comments about Black Lives Matter. With me on the subject, I go to my South Park defense, where if you remember that story about Stan and Token, where Stan's like, "I get it, Token. I get it. I said sorry to your dad, blah, 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 blah." And he's like, "You don't get it." And then the final end of the episode, Stan went to him and he's just like, "I get it. I don't get it." And it was a very powerful South Park episode if you ever watched it. And that's really how I believe on the Black Lives Matter and things like this. I'm not black. I'm not American. I don't understand. So I don't get it. And I don't think I should have an opinion on that in that way.
Well, I only caught half of that, but so Homelander said, "What about the wrong people?"
I was right then. Wrong people. Yeah.
Because Stormfront was saying we got to make sure we get the right people. Blah blah blah. I get it, and he's talking about what about the wrong people?
Yeah.
All right.
I look at Homelander as everything is dealing with nationalism, corporate. You know, something that's tied to corporate that can help out your image. For him, everything is about how he's perceived and how the country is perceived. You know, when it comes to other countries, yeah, he'll go and help. But at the end of the day, he's like, it's still not my country. America.
They can't eat, they can't afford food, but they can have a cell phone.
They have a cell phone. Yeah. I was like, dude, that is so dirty, but
kind of true,
though. The way he put it for his character,
the way he looked at it. Yeah, it made sense. Yeah.
Having the head of the church being killed off, all right, who's going to take his spot? The lady that we were introduced to first, or is that their way of trying to kind of sort of put the Deep in a position of power somewhere within the church, since the conversation between him and the head, no one knows. So he could use that to his advantage to try and work his way in somewhere. So he can't get into the 7.
That's one more.
I don't think the church is done. I don't think church is done. I think no, because just like Vought, they're too big of a player behind the scenes.
You think the Deep will take over?
No,
I don't know if I don't think the Deep will take over, because that'd be too high a position too soon. But I think he'd try and work his way somewhere else within the church, since he can't get into the 7. He's like, well, I need something. Otherwise, we don't see his character anymore. Like when he walked out the room, that was his way of his characters walking off. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think that's the end of his character.
I'm not gonna lie. They might be done with him. Like, I mean, if they bring him back, it's only gonna be for comic relief. I feel like that's the only thing they use him for. Yeah, the Deep.
Am I the only one that thinks that the Deep has a really good character development?
No. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
See, I like.
I mean, I don't agree with you, JJ, but I'm sure some other people think that.
Yeah, I'm sure he has fans and things. The actor's great.
Agreed with me on the Deep being the real Aquaman and being so realistic Aquaman. No, I think so. Like talking to fish and
that's cool, and I'm glad we disagree on that. But for me, no. If anything, he's closer to like maybe an animated spin-off knockoff version, sure. But no,
that dude's a
clown, I mean,
man.
Aquaman went in and he was in a sushi restaurant and he saw the live fish being gutted in front of him and all that. He doesn't care.
Then it comes down to why even walk into a sushi restaurant? That's just stupid.
Well, no matter where you go, you're gonna have
because you know it's gonna happen.
Like that's the thing. He hears all of it.
He could go eat burgers. He could go eat steak. Anything else? Anything dealing with fish? It's like, why would you even go in there, dude? That's just stupid. You know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I guess. But I don't know. I think he has a really unique.
Here's one thing.
character.
One thing I feel like they didn't really explain fully was
Black Noir.
Fresca, but
Fresca.
But maybe it
one
also.
thing I wanted to done.
But my guess is that essentially Fresca was supposed to be the symbolism of Kool-Aid. Drinking the Kool-Aid, everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid and getting like it didn't really need explanation. It was like I thought there was hallucinogen, like when that dude's head blew up and then they zoomed in on the Fresca, I thought we were gonna see some little dude walking through or some bullshit like that, but no.
Right.
So they didn't really.
I actually would have enjoyed the Fly being the killer.
No, I mean,
not me, because you'd have to see him go in. Without seeing him go in, then it's like, well, how do you just pop up there and person?
It would have
didn't
been
feel
some
it
kind
or
of
see it.
bullshit X-Files.
Because whatever happened to all those soups?
What? Who?
Like all this soup battles going around. We have the boys going around killing all these soups, and that one party in like season 1 with the Fly running into diving in the girls' pool.
Yeah.
We have all these soups, and they don't give a shit.
But
And
you've
then
seen some of them.
If you think
saw
of
some
like
when they were
the
in that
Nazi
hospital.
Stormfront and Homelander and these people building a superhero team and shit, you don't think all the superheroes want to be in that team? Like
Well,
they just
do.
sit there.
That's what's in the comic. That's
Though-
kind of
though
what
the
they
comic
touch
has
on.
tons of factions.
Though JJ makes a very good point is the
Yeah.
fact that something I really noticed with season 2 is that it almost feels like there are no superheroes around for whatever reason. Like they mention them, but you never really see them running around as rapid as they were in season 1. The most superhero point we got to, not even superheroes, the most enhanced situation we got was when they went to the insane asylum or whatever, and that was it. Like, but you know, in the comic, and I feel in season 1 stayed a little more
spoiler
grounded.
for anyone watching that hasn't read, just in case. Go ahead.
No, what I'm just saying
scoops.
that
He's
you
just
just
saying.
see it almost feels like a MMO RPG, MMOPRGP or whatever, multimedia play online where everybody's basically a superhero type of thing.
Right.
And season 1 did a good job. Like JJ made it. I didn't even think about it until today, till he just mentioned it.
Right.
Yeah, there's a whole club for superheroes, and we just didn't really see that this season, like an environment.
And I
another
think
cool
the
thing I
huge
thought was
reason
what if
is
they blew
because
up
they were
Gecko's head? They blew up Gecko's head, and then he just gets his head back, and then he could have pointed out who the head blower was.
I don't think he even know the people like they wouldn't
they
know.
didn't know.
Like like even if
I look at,
I know what you're
supers
talking
not
about,
being
the
there.
regenerating. Yeah.
The other group, so the most famous and most popular group is the 7, right? And with V being basically out and about, or people knowing that people weren't born as supers, that they were taking a drug, whatever, I look at it as Vought was doing their due diligence by shutting down the other groups or keeping the other groups as quiet as possible until they could manage, basically damage control, manage what's going on with how they navigate the story in the public eye. Once that's been handled, then they go back to normal. So for now,
you think they could have
the
hired all
supers
of
are still there, but we don't see them as often because the focus is more on the person-to-person relationships with each character throughout this season. Having all the supers and things running around kind of detracts from what you're trying to get the audience into. And what you're trying to get them into are each character.
Yeah, it's not that I'm saying that all these superheroes should be in every episode. Like, oh, hey, there's Nitrate. Oh,
but,
hey,
and I do miss them, but that's why that hospital episode was somewhat pivotal, because some of those supers we saw in season 1, and they were captured and put there. Yeah, the little guy you guys keep mentioning, he was in that scene.
Really?
He's like crouched down into the corner. They show him.
That was the same guy?
No. What JJ's talking about is like literally a fly, like fly, not like a midget.
No, I'm not talking about.
Yeah. There was a fly that went like basically like
wasn't that a little guy, not a fly?
No.
Yeah,
Ant-Man
the
went
fly
into
was
like
on the drink, and there was a little man that
season.
ran and jumped in. Was it not?
Yeah, I'm talking about the little man.
Yeah,
my
but
image is that he's the guy that can go big or small, like the Ant-Man version.
Like the Ant-Man. Yeah, that's the character I'm talking about. Not he doesn't look like a fly, but that small miniature character was in
the Insane Asylum.
Asylum, I guess you can call it. Yeah,
oh.
That hospital.
No,
so some of those people were rounded up so they could be tested, retested, given extra doses of V to see how their bodies react or whatever. And on the other side, those suits, they were possibly told.
But I do agree that they did kind of like, especially when a lot of that
they glossed
information
over it.
Yeah, they glossed over a lot of the, a lot of the Vought stuff when Compound V was exposed. We really didn't hear anything about other superheroes.
No, it was all throwaway dialogue.
Yeah, so I do feel like they kind of messed up a little bit on that because they did need a few background people, but it is what it is. I think it's a minor thing that we can kind of overlook, and especially because we're getting an expansion situation, an expansion show that will focus on things like like that. And it'll be because even Edgar mentioned Tech Knight, but we saw no Tech Knight, and we're getting Soldier Boy next season, which is a little weird, but it'll be interesting to see how they go about it.
The only thing that happened in this season that I feel like didn't get enough closure or backstory is Black Noir, because what happened to us, like, okay, she put the candy bar in his mouth and he's got a nut allergy. Okay, did he pass out or did he die?
No.
They said he was like almost brain damaged.
Yeah.
Okay. He was like almost brain dead, but then it's like no backstory. Who's his character? Want to know more? Because
I like it though.
They said they're not going in the direction of
fuck.
Huh?
I like it because when he appears, it's so much more impactful. It's like, oh fuck, he's back.
Yeah, I mean that's great. Cool, but I mean,
I don't want to know his backstory. I like his mystery. I love his shit.
His backstory doesn't have to be how he's created and stuff like that. It could be like his first mission or his second mission, something like that. I'd be okay with that too. Just anything with his character would be interesting at this point, outside of that brawl he had with
and in the comics they save it for the very end, so no spoilers.
I was just about to say, it's like the moment you realize, the moment they reveal who Black Noir is, it's
at the end. It's like a Homelander, right? Like Homelander snaps when Black Noir.
Maybe that's what
exactly.
They're doing.
That's what I was saying. Like that's what I was saying. I'm like, no, I'm glad that they're holding off on that, because if they go anywhere close to that direction, like that's it. Like
I agree.
Story is pretty much done after that. So you can't do anything with him after that. So so I like the fact that they keep his particular backstory a mystery, and because the moment they do that, they either got to kill him or they kill the story. So that's it.
Do you two feel like Ryan will grow up a bit faster than normal kids because of him being a suit, or just as far as growing up, he'll grow up the same or slower than other kids technically his age? Or do you think it'll be more accelerated up to a certain age? Like
I think Ryan wants to be a normal boy in the normal world, but he's not going to be able to, and that's going to turn him either into Homelander or a kind of
or potentially something worse if they really want to make it dark. But the reason I ask is like, okay, casting wise, keep him as he is for the next season, or have a little bit of a time jump and he's a bit older. But the way it's explained is that as a kid, he grows.
It's tricky. It's really tricky because
I hate time jumps.
Well, even when Becca was inseminated and shit, it almost tore her ass apart. Like, so that was that was like a really speedy growth. But then suddenly now he's like normally,
quick.
I don't know. They never, it's interesting. They never really addressed that point. Right. Like, they never said something like, oh, he's growing so bigger than normal or whatever. Nah. But what I will say, I don't know, like, I don't really know if it's a spoiler or not, because it's like they already
just give a spoiler warning and then tell it.
Yeah. Okay. So just spoiler warning. Spoiler warning for those of you that haven't read the comic of the Butcher, the Baker, the Candlestick Maker. What I really liked about this finale is essentially in a roundabout way, this is exactly what happened with Becca with the comic book and such. It's the fact that, and again, this is major spoiler warnings, essentially Ryan, fetus Ryan, our newborn Ryan, ends up killing Becca in the comic books and shit.
Yeah,
just
because
by
he's
birth.
born.
Yeah,
by
he's
can't take
born,
it.
and then Billy was essentially ends up killing the baby right at that moment in time with a fucking lampshade. What I saw, what I kind of
lamplighter.
I didn't see that, but
what I thought was interesting about this, and that's exactly what happened with Homelander. That when Homelander was born, he ended up coming straight out the womb and killing all the nurses and doctors, but it was in a lab and shit. But what the point I was going to say was the fact that I do like, in a roundabout way, essentially Ryan killed his mom anyways.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of poetic in some sense. By trying to do the right thing, by trying to save her, he ended up killing her anyways. You know, that's what he's saying it's not your fault, type of thing.
Yeah.
But that was,
but I could see that also being used in a very positive or very negative way. Positive way of, I made a mistake, so I have to learn how to control my power so I don't hurt anyone else. And in a negative way, being manipulated and having that trauma hanging over his head, and he goes down a dark path instead, and much worse than Homelander. If they did that, I'm not saying I'd like it for his character, but I could understand why they would choose that in writing, because what would a kid do? Because you like bringing these up. What would a kid do with that kind of trauma? How would they, you know, go on and
he's talking about
deal with that? No, not you, JJ.
Oh, okay.
No,
I thought you were going the Batman route, not the kill a child route.
Oh, you didn't get that? I knew
you know, the Batman route.
So he did kill.
That, but I look at his.
He did kill the kid in the comic, then.
Oh, Billy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the moment
When
the
he was a
moment
baby,
the kid,
the moment he woke up and saw the fetus there, he's like,
in the series, he should have killed the kid too, then, to be faithful to the comic book.
No, dude.
No.
Yeah. See, I don't know.
In the comic book, he killed a baby.
I don't like this kind of taboo. You always see it, right? Like, oh, now I have to raise a kid as my own kind of shit.
But he's not.
He should have been.
But he's not raising them. He's passing them on.
You know what I mean? But he did the right thing.
I know what you're saying, but it's like
if Billy, when his wife died, like he did the right thing. He was only good for his wife. Then when his wife died, Billy became the dick that you guys always thought he was. That's kind of what I was hoping would happen.
He's still going to be a dick, but killing a kid, dude, there's, like we said before, killing
you
off
guys
a
want
kid,
the Disney. I want the real one.
Your character is done. Your character's done. What are you going to do with him?
And again, the whole point was, with this particular season, it was like sins of my father type of thing, and generations of sins passed on. Like literally, Billy's father was like, "Look at you, you're the fucking baddest ass. I made you this." And if Billy ended up killing this kid, it wouldn't have accomplished anything. He can try to be better than his old man. He can be better than
but sometimes the person that doesn't accomplish anything actually makes for a better story.
Why is that justice?
Well, then that right there
I'm
would
not
be
saying
your
it's right. I'm not saying he's a good guy if he kills the kid.
That's your Stormfront
I'm just saying.
Argument then. Then that goes inside with Stormfront. Not reacting the way that you were hoping she would, because it didn't really fit her character. Because for you, you feel it would have fit Billy's character and story better had he killed off Ryan.
And again, I mean, it would be more
the way that she didn't really match with her character earlier in the season, which is true. But them going the opposite direction, I thought was more interesting. Her just going to social media direction it feels too much like a
Stormfront. It's out, not even out of character. It just
I think the key
wasn't
point,
natural.
But I think
with Billy killing the kid,
well, not natural is out of character, bro.
Put it this way, like, if a husband had a wife and then the wife died at childbirth, a lot of those people blame their kid, right? That's normal.
And I think
Billy, who acts irrational.
But again, JJ, I think you got your answer, or you got somewhat of a satisfaction thing, because literally Billy was going to kill Ryan until Homelander showed up. And
then Billy, he came to and realized what am I doing?
But he didn't really even change his thing until until Ryan sought protection in Billy, and Billy was like, "Oh fuck, I was planning to kill
Like
you
how
right
they
now.
did it was good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you still kind of got that realistic thing.
Yeah,
and then, you
I'm not
know,
He danced
unsatisfied.
with the idea, but he realized he needed to be a better
Mm.
person and not go that route.
and more or less, if anything, the one thing better than seeking some weird vengeance is to piss off Homelander, the person who's the entire reason for this problem to begin with.
Right.
So
and
that's
giving
even better.
himself time.
Yeah, but
because he
again,
realizes
going
he's
back
not-
to what I
he's not
said
ready to
before,
deal with.
the boys were supposed to be the take down the 7. They took down one person of the 7, and then Billy wanted to kill Homelander. That was his whole thing.
Did they somewhat help dismantle the 7 from the inside, and it just fell apart?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
they did it that way, but in the comics, what did they do? Which route did they do in the comics?
but again, okay,
But
I
it's the
get,
TV show. They're going a little
I
different.
get where JJ is going with this,
Right?
but at the same time,
Because they
the
have to do it different.
No, the
Not 'cause they
argument,
want to.
but I think that's kind of like semantics there, because the idea is, even in the comics, we feel when the soups got out of control, you call the boys. That's a very British thing.
Yeah.
But again, Billy didn't, even in the comic books, the whole point was Billy was just trying to kill Homelander. He
didn't care about
literally
other soups
hated
and who they were with or what
Yeah.
they did.
Right.
And in the
It
beginning
was
of
like, if
season
you
1,
get out of
that was
line,
him.
okay, yeah, you got to
Right.
go.
I
But
mean,
he wanted
yes,
to
focus
kill
has always been
Homelander.
Homelander.
no, but yes, other soups were in the way, but like, yeah, I agree with JJ in the sense that it sometimes seems like the boys are just out to kill soups, but that's not necessarily what it was. When, especially with Billy's whole thing was just to kill Homelander.
Yeah,
Well,
the
yeah.
boys, it was just like more of, hey, collateral damage, but because they're
Right,
soups
right,
and they've been doing some wrong things, getting away with it, well, okay, they died.
Was it? No, A-Train killed Huey's girl, so he wants A-Train dead. Then Homelander, he
what
wants
did I just
Homelander
say?
dead.
Did he though?
They killed people and got away with it. Hence the reason the boys look at those soups being collateral damage. They don't care. They killed innocent people, so therefore they're done because they did things they weren't supposed to do.
All
That's
right.
why A-Train was like, you got to go.
Final
they
question.
got to kill A-Train. Yeah.
Final question. Season 3.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you looking for? Well, look.
JJ.
What
I
are
don't
you
know
looking
anymore.
forward to? Really?
I literally feel like I don't know. Like I said, I really wanted to see a stretch of Stormfront being even more horrible, being even more disgusting, being even more hated. I hated, and I think a lot of people too would have hated Stormfront more than Homelander. She was a more of a villain, a super
Okay.
villain, and
So
now she's
So you're
dead.
mad. So you're mad that we
Story.
don't have a racist Nazi it's
Well,
surviving
an enemy,
into
like a
season
real,
3.
like
Okay,
supervillain.
fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't
But
like
think that's
Stormfront.
what
Only
makes
because
the boys
you mentioned-
intriguing.
Only because you mentioned Stormfront. Before answering your question, Naka, JJ, would you be happy if they brought her character back in season 3 and tried to give
No.
her a redemption arc,
Darth
I think it's like Minako was saying.
or
It's
just
too
done?
Storm Vader.
the way that they did it right now.
Mhm.
I think
It was a good way to
like,
just kill her off.
If Stormfront died, I would have liked it that the female one-on-one, Maeve got beat up, she got beat up, female gets her revenge, she's ripping her apart, like horrible fucking death,
Right.
piece by piece, fingernail
Like the
by
comics,
fingernail,
basically,
and
yeah.
then you watch and you're like, yeah, bitch, get her, you got your revenge. The kid blew it up. Female didn't get her revenge.
I
There
can
was
say that I
no
wouldn't be
finish to
I
that.
wouldn't be hurt with that kind of ending.
And
the
if she
female
came back
getting
as
revenge.
Darth Vader, it's not the same. It's not the same. They missed that chance to have her glorious death. And yeah, even when all the two girls were stomping her, I was like, okay, curb stomp her to death. I didn't even want that,
Damn,
but that
dude,
would have
really?
been better than the kid killing her, in my opinion.
All right.
Interesting.
My opinion.
Season
I don't
3.
know what.
Though a very nice nod to her getting her Stormfront getting her fucking eye gouged out, just like
That
the,
was good.
comic
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah,
I like
But-
that.
I don't know
Not enough.
of all people, Becca doing it, but whatever.
Yeah, right.
I was like, wait, you had the tenacity to like if these motherfuckers are shooting her with bullets and wait, you're the one that got her in the eye. Whatever.
Not joking. That kind of annoyed me because it's like
I was like, yo, is that like a kryptonite?
That's
Like,
a good point.
Is that a Jewish shank or something?
If they shoot Superman, the bullet does nothing. But if you shoot
you
Superman
stab her
in the
with
eye,
the fury of Jewish ancestors. And
but
shit.
in the books, Stormfront could be hurt with blunt objects, right? He can be hurt with blunt objects, but it's like a knife to the eye. Yeah, okay, I get it.
Would a knife to the eye
it's a suspect.
kill like? Would a knife go through Superman's eye?
No.
Really? So why would it go through fucking Stormfront?
Well, but Stormfront's
not Superman. Come on.
Yeah.
I think she's kind of a play on that, like Homelander is. I think she was the exact female opposite of Homelander. Maybe Homelander was a clone
I
of
wouldn't
her.
say that, but to me, she's still kind of like the original Captain America-ish type of story, the super soldier, and then Homelander's the improved version like that.
I don't know. Can you ever improve off the original?
All right, let's go. So I want to wrap this up.
So
DC 10.
I need to go to bed.
As far as season 3, I'm looking at them dealing with the aftermath of a fractured 7, potentially trying to put it back together or make it better than it was for the public view, but on the backside, complete disarray because Queen Maeve and Starlight have blackmailed Homelander into doing what they need him to do, but they're constantly looking over their shoulders from here on out. A-Train's coming back. How they're going to interact with him is going to be vastly different, especially if it gets out that he's the one that gave out the information in the first place. That's going to be an issue. JJ might get his wish. And then you have Black Noir where, I'm pretty sure he knows because he's been fighting Starlight. Of course, they say, "Oh, it was, what's her name, Stormfront." But within the 7, they know the truth. So it's like
that is a good point. Very similar to how A-Train was laid up in season 1.
True. Yeah. Everyone's on notice at this point. And then you have the senator. Her and Edgar, whatever it is, are going to be vying for position of power because she's going to want to get what she wants by manipulating Vought and controlling Vought because Vought has never had a failsafe. They've always been working outside the guidelines. I feel like she's there to try and make sure that they don't. And that's going to make her character somewhat villainous. Maybe.
What do we think she wants?
What do I think she wants?
have no clue.
I think she wants control. She wants equality for suits, but she also wants control. She wants a failsafe for Vought and companies like it. Whether it's for her own personal gain or not. Huh?
If she can just make your head explode, how the fuck do you stop a soup like that? She could
she's
just
gotta
blow up
sleep
Homelander's
sometime.
head if she wanted to.
She's got to sleep
Huey is
sometime.
going to do it.
Yeah,
Huey's gonna.
That's why he's
Huey.
there. Huey's there, and
Yep.
he's
It's gonna
there
be a
to
love
do the right thing.
triangle.
And he's going to find out about it, and then feel conflicted because something's going to happen that he's not going to agree with, and he's
So
going to have to
Normie's
step up.
gonna kill
That'll
the
be
soup.
going back into the boys.
What do you think it is about it? Just a side question. What do you think she's doing that make their heads explode? Do you think she's like exploding
Telekinesis
like some part of the brain tissue that like an aneurysm, like an explosive aneurysm or some shit like that? Or is
Or she's just creating
injecting
pockets of
oxygen?
pressure.
Yeah,
Pockets of
yeah.
pressure on the inside of the head. And then poof.
Yeah. Weird. All right. Okay,
very
that's
sexy.
it, guys. So yeah, season 3, guys. For me, it's an all new ball game. I'm definitely interested to see Homelander's mental state. They did a little bit of a nod to the comic. He wasn't jacking off in the comic like that, but there were moments
that
where
was
he
weird as shit.
when he was looking
It's
at
funny,
the camera. He was looking into the mirror and giving himself that affirmation. Like that. So it'll be interesting to see his particular mental state of that. I'm definitely interested with, I just call her ACV, her doing the damn thing. What is her name? Alejandra Cortez Vat, something like that, but that's the real name,
Or just say Newman.
Newman. Is that Newman?
That's her name.
Like
Which is
Seinfeld.
funny because it's
Newman.
kind of a play on her. It's her name is a play on her character because she's a new super being introduced, which is something that JJ had mentioned. So it's like, oh, she's a new character, a new super that's in this. They, play with her name, but it does make sense for what has happened and the way they introduced her.
I'm very interested in seeing this spin-off shows in season 3. Let's see how it all works out. And I guess that's going to be it, guys. I want to take the time to thank all of you guys, particularly Tyrone, who couldn't be here with us for this season finale.
He's with us in spirit.
Yeah, we'll probably have some. Maybe we'll get everybody together for an honest trailer reaction or something like that, a discussion. And then definitely make sure you guys check out everything that these two guys are doing on their own respective channels. And in terms of the next big project, I don't know. JJ, do you watch The Mandalorian?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay. So The Mandalorian comes back in about 20 days, folks. So if we can, maybe, I think The Mandalorian drops essentially.
It's Halloween. It's Halloween.
Right. The Mandalorian drops essentially the same days as The Boys. So if that's something that, it can be explored, we might look into that. There are some other shows. If you guys have any shows, I'm talking to the Red Dread Nation, the audience. Let us know if there's some shows that you would like us to try to get together. It's a little difficult, but so far in this particular pandemic, it's been workable. So like we ain't got other shit either. Yeah, workable-ish. There ain't shit to do, but we definitely appreciate your patience and understanding. We are still trying to work on some of our visual and audio
issues.
Setups.
I have
a
small clip to put up on my channel because I ended up getting a surprise box the other day that was ordered like 4 or 5 months ago, and it just showed up. Explanation, all that kind of stuff is in that video. But I was asked about the next Q&A, so I'll work that out with Akasan, and I'll compile the questions and things. So if you can, by this time next Tuesday at the latest, send them in, whatever you have left, because I'm going to add it to it so I can get it done and posted by next Saturday.
So what DC Sun is trying to say is that
next
Crime Studio 1 has already created a Homelander jerking off to the moon statue, and you can see the first unboxing on 2 DC Sun's channel. He will be the first person ever, and ladies and gentlemen, he's gonna start with the tip. If you want to hear more about kids getting killed and beat up, make sure you check out Manzai Banzai.
What a great introduction to my channel. Thanks, Aka.
Yeah. That's what you guys are here for. Baby. Yeah, there you go. And of course, make sure you stick to myself for all the other stuff, and Twitch as well for gameplay. The Boys game, one day I'm sure they're gonna have it. And by the way, on a side note, all that porn, there literally are all that porn that they were showing on The Boys. The showrunners did announce that they exist, actually. Like there's actually longer clips. Yeah, there's actually long clips that they filmed and everything, and they're trying to figure out how they're gonna release it somehow.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
they'll just put it as a compilation for the Blu-ray
unboxing.
Yep. I'll react to it.
Jack Jupiter.
There you go. Jacking to the moon. There you go. All right, guys, we are out of here. Again, full reaction is available on Patreon for all of your needs. And thank you for supporting the channel, supporting the site. And we'll see you guys on the next big show, I guess, whenever that may be. There you go. We're signing out, and we're out of here, guys. Peace.